Thank you. I'm Mr. Lehner, and welcome back to another edition of Mr. Lehner's Math Extravaganza. In today's episode, we're going to continue to work with our volume and surface area, but now we're going to primarily focus on some prisms and three-dimensional figures with the surface area. A couple of our friends we're going to use today is our handy-dandy little triangular prism, okay? And we're also going to be using our giant cube. These are nice handy little visuals to help you when actually figuring out and manipulating these tools to help you find surface area. Let's take a look at a couple of examples up here. Okay, in this first one, we're going to be talking about this giant cube right here. Now, the dimensions are laid out for me, so I don't have the unit cubes drawn on the sides, but I do have the dimensions here, which can help me find the surface area. How do I find surface area again? Oh, that's right. I got to find the area of all their faces. So, when looking up here, I know that this cube has 6 faces. I also see the dimensions are 4 inches across. Well, imagine this is our square here. Well, how do I find the area of the square? Length times width. 4 times 4 becomes 16 inches squared. Well, now I'm going to use this cube because it's a little bit easier to see. If I know that it's 4 by 4, the area of this face right here is going to be 16 inches squared. Well, it's only one face though. So 16, 16 here, 16 here, 16 here, 16 on the top, and 16 on the bottom. So there's 6 faces, and each area of each face is 16 inches squared. Let's do a little mental math here. 6 times 16. Well, 6 times 10 is 60, and 6 times 6 is 36. So 6 times 16 becomes 96 inches squared. So the surface area of this cube is going to be 96 inches squared because we're looking at the surface area of all the faces or all the surface of this cube. Again, top, bottom, and all of our lateral faces as well. Let's take a look at our second example. Now this is the one that you guys are going to be able to do at home. This is our triangular prism. So our measurements here, the triangular prism. This is 5 meters, the side length of our triangular prism. The base of the triangle is 6 meters. The height of this triangle is 4 meters. And our length here of the prism on the side here is 10 meters. So using these dimensions, yeah, you guessed it, you guys are going to try and find the surface area of a triangular prism using what we've talked about with area of triangles, area of rectangles, areas of squares, and what we've talked about with volume and surface area in this unit. Go ahead and pause that video and we'll see what you guys come up with for the surface area of the triangular prism. Okay, now this one's a little bit trickier, a little bit more involved in it. Let's take a look at this face. So I'm going to kind of show you this one so you guys can see. We have the triangle in the front face here. We also have it on the back. So I'm going to start off by finding the area of the triangles first. Well, we know that to find the area of the triangle, base times height divided by 2. So the base of this triangle is 6 times the height, which is 4, is 24. Divided by 2 is 12. So 12 meters squared, I should say. So this front triangle is 12 meters squared. The back triangle is also 12 meters squared. So the area of those two is going to be 24 meters squared together with the front and the back. Okay, so I got these two parts knocked out. The bottom here, when I look at the bottom of this triangular prism, yeah, hopefully you recognize that's a rectangle. Well, what's the dimensions of the rectangle? It's a 6 by 10, so length times width. 6 times 10 would be 60. The surface area on the bottom here is going to be 60. Okay, well, I got the 2 triangles. I got the rectangle on the bottom. I now have to get my 2 side rectangles. But the difference is the side lengths here are 5 meters here, and the length here is still 10. So those are 10 by 5. This is a 10 by 5. On the side here of the triangular prism, I'll hold it up close so you guys can see. This is 10 by 5, so 10 times 5 would be 50 meters squared on this side and on this side. Remember, the bottom had different dimensions. It was a 6 by 10, so the bottom of this triangular prism had 60 meters on the bottom. Well, now let's add up our surface area. 12 on that triangle, 12 with that triangle is 24. 60 on the bottom, so 24 and 60 would be 84. 50 and 50 would be 100. So the surface area of the triangular prism is going to be 184 meters squared. Nice job. Thank you for tuning in to Mr. Lehner's Math Extravaganza. As always, we'll see you next time.